What I've found with the apprentices that I've had a chance to work with is because they're coming from a different career, they often come with a perspective that's unique and different, and we really value that. Also, because they have life experience that a traditional kind of education you don't always get. Again, they have interpersonal skills, communication skills that are really valuable in what we do as a consulting organization.
Hey everyone, this is Mike Roberts, creator of the Apprenticeship Playbook, and you're tuned in to the Skills First podcast. In today's world, skills first hiring is revolutionizing the job market. And on this show, I sit down with trailblazers who are rethinking hiring practices and embracing experiential learning, as well as the people impacted. Follow along as we dive into tips, innovative ideas, and proven strategies to help you navigate and thrive in the evolving landscape of modern apprenticeships. Can you tell us your name and what is it that you do?
My name is Todd Basher, and I lead the product organization at a little services company called New Rocket. We are a ServiceNow partner.
Nice. For those that are not initiated with the ServiceNow platform and ecosystem, like what is ServiceNow? And like in your opinion, from a person that's very seasoned in the ecosystem, what's ServiceNow? What's this thing about?
It's a nice way of saying I'm old. Thanks, Mike. So ServiceNow is an enterprise software company. It started as IT management focus, but it's really a low-code development environment, and they've expanded over the years to really have a very broad range of offerings from traditional IT, HR management, the operations, to different areas of the business, procurement and finance. And so it's not quite an ERP in the traditional sense, but many organizations use ServiceNow as one of those really big anchor products that help manage work throughout the organization and get people to really optimize their process and make sure that things are running smoothly from a service perspective.
Nice. And we've known each other for many years, so I know some of this, but I want to do it for the benefit of our audience. Where are you located?
I'm in Carlsbad, California.
Nice. So that's, for those not in San Diego, that's like the upper north county, right? That's the new sort of hub of tech in San Diego, is up in that Carlsbad area. How did you get into tech? What were you doing before you were at?
Before New Rocket, I was freelancing. And before that, I actually worked at ServiceNow. I led platform product management and led a custom app solution consulting team. I left ServiceNow to pursue some passions of mine, ran a code school for a brief minute, but mainly freelance development and helping out with. And then I connected with Nathan Firth, the other co-founder of New Rocket, and that's when we got into ServiceNow consulting, specializing in the service portal aspect of the framework.
And I know you for many years as part of the JavaScript community and little code school. But one of the things that I don't think I know, so this is something that's been new to me, what was your technical education? So did you have a traditional 4-year degree in CS, or what did that look like for you?
I went to school thinking that I was going to be a high school speech teacher. And my formal education, undergrad and graduate school, was in communication. So I have a very much more of a humanities type focus. But throughout my college career, I also had one foot on the tech side, just side projects and interest. My minor in grad school was computer education, again, thinking that I was going to go be a high school teacher someday. But I've been primarily self-taught. I started when I was a teenager, just diving into books and playing on the computer. And then when I got out of school, I went into a role in a semiconductor manufacturer doing their technical training. And as part of that, one of my jobs was to do the computer education, doing computer-based training. And that's where I kept my programming skills sharp. And then throughout my career, I was always kind of vacillating between very technical roles where I was delivering software and doing things on the side, and then business roles where it was more about project management and product management and those types of things. So I've always Had my mind on both and been self-taught, primarily taking classes when I can, but definitely not a formal education. And it seems to have served me well over the years. So either path is definitely viable.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I know you've had a chance to work with some apprentices in the past. So tell me, like, from your perspective, what are your thoughts about the apprenticeship pattern and early career professionals?
I love it. What I've found with the apprentices that I've had a chance to work with is because they're coming from a different career, they often come with a perspective that's unique and different. And we really value that. Also, because they have life experience that a traditional kind of education you don't always get. Again, they have interpersonal skills, communication skills that are really valuable in what we do as a consulting organization. The other thing I'll say with the apprentices that I've worked with, they're really passionate. It's not, they didn't just get into CS and stay there because it was comfortable. They were doing something and they had a passion for this and they thought it was a good direction, and they're super motivated to learn what they need to learn and make a new life for themselves. And that kind of passion, it shows in the work quality, shows in the drive, and it sets them apart from other folks with a more traditional education where it was, oh, this is the path that it's supposed to go. I go get my degree and then I go find a good job, and it just works out that way. And I'm not saying that people with a traditional degree aren't passionate or can't be passionate. I've just found apprentices, especially those who are changing careers, have much more drive than I find with other folks. So I've been really pleased with that in my experience.
Nice, nice. So we're all lifelong learners. What's the last thing that you learned?
I'm going through a book right now called When by Dan Pink. It's looking at the science of time-based aspects. Is there really a midlife crisis? And if you're bidding on a project, when should you be the first to do your pitch, and when should you not be the first one to do your pitch, and those types of things. I'm not quite through the book, but just every single chapter has been really educational for me. I highly recommend the book, and I'm going through an audio version of it right now. I do recommend a hard copy because there's a lot of places where I like to take notes. I don't always have that handy when I'm listening. But so When by Dan Pink, I highly recommend.
Nice, nice. Who is someone that you look up to or someone you want to give a shout out to? And this is a great time to plug anything interesting that you guys are working on over there at New Rocket.
We're always working on something interesting at New Rocket, but honestly, when I think about someone I look up to, I would say you, Mike. I really admire how much grit and passion you have, and you demonstrated that since the day I met you, and just over the years, I've just seen you really bring to life what you say you want to do. And it's so rare that you find someone that's able to materialize what they have in their head and deal with all the challenges and everything. It's probably kind of maybe perceived as pandering, but I really do admire you, and I don't tell you enough how much I appreciate what you do.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you as well. And again, I think we have that sort of connection as being fellow JavaScripters here in San Diego. And so I think there was some natural synergies that have made this ability for us to help so many people. You as an employer partner, and me on the second or third code school attempt.
That's right.
But yeah, but it's good times. All right. So last and most important question, what is your favorite snack?
M&Ms, man. I've always liked them, but they were my dad's favorite snack, and I've just really, peanut M&Ms are probably my favorite, so I'll go with that.
That's actually becoming fairly common. So I don't know if it's the Halloween season, but you're not the first to mention not just M&Ms, but peanut M&Ms. So
yeah,
they're good. They're good. That's a tasty one.
A close second would be Butterfinger. Get old.
Yeah, that's a risk. There's a risk factor there. Yeah. Thanks so much, Todd, for coming on the program. Appreciate it.
I really appreciate being here. Thanks.
You've been listening to Skills First, the Apprenticeship Playbook podcast. By the way, if this is valuable to you, don't be lame. Share the game. This is how we know you love it. If you're a company thinking about changing how you hire, please share it so we know this type of stuff is what you want.